Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you're new here, I am LeeApocrypha. It is a pleasure to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back, Soul Family. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. As always, information, disclaimers, and decks are in the description box down below. And let's go ahead and get a message from our spirit guides. Only the truth, nothing but the truth. Only from our guides that seek to help us reach our fullest potential. And not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. And there's already a card that came out. I saw 33. And by the way, 999 is a number that I see for you. Two of Cups in reverse. So you could be struggling to make a decision of the heart. This could be in regards to a person or something that you have been loyal to, or something that you really care about. What I'm seeing for somebody is this is in regards to a career path that you really love. It might be the scenario where maybe your family wants you to do something prestigious, get a higher education for like 8 years of your life, and then get a high-paying job. 8 of Cups. But some of you are walking away from that mentality. You're like, no, I'm going to do what I love. And you know what? If I get half the income, at least I'll be happier and having a healthy state of mind and feeling fulfilled in life because it's my life and I get to do what I feel I need to do. As long as you're not hurting anybody, then so be it. There's going to be people that have different things to say. For some of you, I feel like it's not out of malice. It's kind of, I'm seeing a scenario where somebody has maybe family that's not like higher educated and they just want the best for you, but they're pushing you into a path where you don't feel happy. And I'm not seeing like, don't get in their face and be like, well, you're not the example kind of thing. They're trying to set the example the best way they can, doing the best that they could with what they know and what they have. I'm seeing somebody who tries to do their best to provide for you, but they just want to see you live life stable. They want to see you in a stable life. I'm hearing somebody say, when are you going to have kids? When are you going to get married? When are you going to have, a partner? But what I'm seeing is that's not something that you're focusing on. I'm seeing somebody who may be walking away from a relationship. That's not going to be for everybody. You'll know if it's for you because you'll feel it. Okay, 6 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. You're walking away from something or someone, but as of right now, you don't see the calm water. So you're trying to move away from a situation that you feel maybe forced into, or like it's what you have to do. You want to move away from that, but you're not quite seeing how you're going to get to where you want. So for example, bringing out this scenario again of a family that's like, why don't you become a doctor? Why don't you become a teacher? Why don't you become this or that, a police officer, whatever? I saw this one underneath. Okay. Why don't you become this or that? And you're like, you're right. There is money in it. They're always looking for people, but I'm just not happy. And they're like, well, what would you want to do? And maybe you're like, I want to be an artist. I want to be a musician, a fashion designer. I don't know, something creative, something else. And they don't see the money in it. And so they're like, what are you doing? Now I'm seeing very specifically like an Asian family, to be precise, like specific. Doesn't have to be. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're not happy with this. You don't feel fulfilled. You feel maybe your parents feel like you are being disobedient, or like you don't care about your life, or they see you as like you're wasting your time. That's not the case. Listen, it's hard for artists. And yes, there's that stigma of starving artist. It's because it's hard to catch your break. And especially with AI technology, it's easy for somebody to just put in some keywords and then, oh, look, it's this art. Even though it steals other people's art. But we won't get into that. 7 of Cups in reverse. It's difficult for you to see a path that's going to lead you to happiness, where you're going to feel fulfilled, where you're going to have the abundance that you need, the security that you need. I'm seeing follow your intuition and your heart. So for example, if you need to go into like maybe apply at a job, I saw 555. Apply somewhere that is hiring, and it might not be the best, but it'll help you save up for what you want, whether that's to educate yourself. That doesn't have to be traditional school. High Priestess, follow your intuition. Let's see what else we have. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands, the Devil, 3 of Pentacles. So follow your intuition. It will lead you down the right path. If you feel like something's off with somebody, try to understand why. Trust your intuition. If you feel like moving forward with some kind of person, place, or thing, whatever the case is, you feel it's right in your intuition, your heart, body, your mind, your soul, then go do it. It's your life to live. And there's always going to be somebody that has something to say. But you know what? If they have something to say, they could do that with their life. And if they didn't, that's on them. You are not obligated. Even if it's your parents telling you, become a doctor, do this, do that. You have no obligation to them to be what they want you to be. I'll reiterate that. You have no obligation to anybody to do something with your life that you don't want to do, that you feel miserable doing. It is up to you. It's your life. And there's going to be people, maybe, hopefully you're not, but maybe you're in a situation where your family's like the type to disown you just because you don't do what they want you to do. You know what? If they want to distance themselves from you because they want to be greedy over your life, that's on them. Love them from afar if you need to. That will create, of course there will be sadness and mourning in regards to the distance. And some family is the type of people to just drop you like a fly and to not look back. If they're the kind of people that would rather you be miserable and do what they want instead of you be happy and healthy inside and out, then they don't want what's best for you. They want what's best for them. And they want to think that they know what's best for you. They can give you guidance. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And as good as their intentions may be, not everyone is in a balanced place. Nobody owns you. When you are an adult, it is your right to be who you are. And you need to follow your intuition to pursue what you are meant to do. Why you're here in the first place. You have reason. You have guidance. And I understand it's difficult because of all the external battles. There's a lot of internal battles as well because you feel like, I don't want to be disobedient. I don't want to disappoint my family. excuse me. I don't want to disappoint my family or the people that I love, but you know what? Aren't they disappointing you? Aren't you disappointed? I don't see that you're happy with this situation. And if this is in regards to a relationship, I'm seeing there's toxicity here. I'm seeing some toxic shit. And that's not for everybody. If your relationship is fine and you have no intuitive hit and your spirit guides aren't like, hey, red flags, then that's not for you. Don't force it to fit. But definitely I'm seeing it's a struggle. It's a struggle because you're not seeing the path. This is reminding me of a video game. I don't remember what it's called. Hellborn or Hell's Blade. There's this part that the character, I think her name is, it starts with an S. I was gonna say Serana, but it's not Serana. I just saw 1111. But regardless, this character, there's a part that she has to face her fear. She's lost. And she has to find her way in complete darkness. So she's being told, because she can hear voices, she's being told, like, listen. And I'm seeing like a bat, like hearing, what do they call it? Kind of like a sonar, using sound to guide you. Sometimes you have to quiet yourself, close your eyes, be in darkness to really like listen. I'm seeing for some of you, you're afraid of something that might come up, but you're gonna have to face your fear. It's better to face your fear and to not know than to be afraid and live life in fear and to never know. The more you know, the more you don't know. People who act like they know everything, no matter how spiritually aware they are, no matter what they've gone through in life, nobody knows everything. I sure as hell don't. And I don't know a single person on this planet that does. Not even Albert Einstein knew everything. And he was a genius. The more we know, the more we truly don't know. It's like they say, spirituality and evolution, evolving spiritually, is a never ending. I'm seeing this meme that's like a cat, and it's about spiritual evolution. I saw 333, and it's like you see the cat, like, how can I say, kind of becoming spectral, but bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just showing like you never know everything. Okay, don't be afraid to not know. It's okay. Everybody is ignorant about something. Wheel of Fortune. But at the end of the day, no matter what your soul's mission is, at the end of the day, it's up to your free will to do what you feel guided to do or not. The Wheel of Fortune always turns. And fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is not always the best. Sometimes we take the wrong turn and we learn the hard way. Sometimes we do the wrong thing and we learn the hard way. The Wheel of Fortune does not discriminate. What I'm seeing is that the Wheel of Fortune is bringing balance. But the thing is, it doesn't, how can I say? If you're out of balance, you're gonna see signs that you need to be in balance. The wheel of fortune is always turning, and depending on what cycle you are in will determine if it is your lucky winning shot or not. When you are ready, the wheel will turn to a new chapter. And if you're not ready, it's gonna turn anyway, with or without you. And it's always with you. But that doesn't mean you're always gonna get what you want. I heard, you can't always get what you want. Sorry, that was probably terrible, but Two of Swords, make a decision. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You have to make a decision. All of us, how can I say, we all have the potential to do what we want in life. Now, whether other people, work hard towards it or not, that's their life. This is your life. You live your life in the way that you need to. When you are happy and when you are truly abundant, then you can share that with everybody you love. And I'm not just meaning like monetary abundance. The greatest gift that we can give ourselves and other people is knowledge. Knowledge is power. And it is what you do with that power that matters. And not everyone deserves it, because not everyone has good intentions. But it is there for those who are willing to put the time and the effort to listen, to learn. Now, what they do with it is on them. Other people live their life. Why can't you live yours? I will reiterate again. It is your life. Nobody owns you. You are not property. As soon as you are an adult, you are not property. Nobody owns you. As a child, you have to do what your parents say, and you're living in their home or whatever the case is. And yes, you are dependent on them. As an adult, you're not dependent on anybody unless you give that power to them. That does not mean you don't love them. And there are people that will not understand that, because to them, they created you and you are theirs and their property, and what they say goes. No. You did what you want with your life. This is my life and it's mine to live. Period. All right? Make a decision, and I would highly recommend that decision that you make be in alignment with your intuition. You will know what's meant for you when you feel in your heart, body, mind, and soul. And remember, sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do before we get to the juicy part. We got to plant the seeds, but you got to tend to them. And that's the part nobody wants to do. I'm not good with plants, and although I would love to, it's not easy. But everything in life, you got to work for it. and sometimes some things are going to be easier for you because it's going to come more naturally. Some people are just born artists, amazing artists, and some people got to work harder for it. At the end of the day, it's your life. Stop criticizing yourself. Stop comparing yourself. You are not that person. They are not you. And I know it's hard. Trust me. I know it's hard. But the sooner that you stop comparing yourself, the happier you're gonna be. The easier life is gonna seem. Because you're not in competition. You're not. I may be an Aries sun, but although I can be competitive when I need to be, I'm not a competitive person because what's there to compete? Okay, a job, yeah. But you could see it that maybe if you don't get it, there's something better. Or that means that you gotta work harder for it. Either way, follow your intuition and your heart, but sometimes you gotta take steps you don't want to take. But you'll know what steps you need to take because you'll feel it. It'll be like, you know what? I want to go on this route. This is the path I want to take, that I want to follow. But I can see that is long-term goal. What are my short-term goals? Saving up money, maybe moving to another state or city, whatever the case is for you. Maybe if you end a relationship, no matter how long you've been with this person, no matter how, like if it's divorce type of ending it, or if it's just ending like a thing, do what you need to do. But ask yourself, where are you going? And what is the reason? Your soul has a mission for you. Are you going to heed the call? Then you got to put in the work, the time, the effort, the energy. And sometimes you got to do what you don't want to do. And that is to reinforce you. That is to strengthen you. We all have shitty experiences. Someone very special to me once said, we all go through the same thing at different times in our life. And you know what? Even though that might not completely 100% be true, I see the depth of what she said. And I completely understand. But, again, it's your life. What are you going to do with it? It's worth not wasting. So what would make you feel happy? I've heard people be like, hey, when I'm talking about my jobs and how I would prefer something more stable, but that I enjoy more, they're like, why don't you apply for this? It pays better. There's more hours. But it's a shitty job that I really don't want to fucking do. I'm the type of person, I'd rather work 2 jobs that I like, that are decent, that pay me good or okay, than to work a job that I fucking hate, but it gives more hours and more pay. And that's just me. But it's your life, it's your choice. If you're willing to work that job that you hate to save up more money faster, then good on you. But if you're like me and you're kind of stubborn and you're like, I'm going to do this my way because I don't want to live my day miserable, hating my job, then do what you enjoy. And sometimes you got to learn to live below your means. Okay? So remember that as well. What else am I getting here? You will feel the love. If you're not feeling the love, something is out of balance. If you cannot come to balance and it seems like it's not going to get better, then it's probably because it's out of balance and it's not going to get better. Sometimes the greatest solution is to end it, because sometimes that's the only thing that's going to get somebody to fucking take you seriously. And I can definitely say that from experience. That is exactly the case of something that has happened to me. So it happens. Sometimes you don't know what you have until you lose it. Appreciate what you have while you have it. And make sure people appreciate you too. Because, I mean, they better be appreciating you. Make sure people are treating you right. There's no reason for you to be taking nobody's bullshit. And you shouldn't. Do as I will, harm none, but take no shit. You deserve better. And remind yourself that you do. And anytime you hear that bullshit voice behind, like, at the back of your mind, be like, you don't deserve this. You don't, whatever. Be like, You can say what you want, but that doesn't make it true. I do not believe you. That's simple. I mean, simple is not always easy, but it really is that simple. And we can all fall prey to, the aspect of our mind that is not working the best for us. But remember, that's not your higher self. That's not your higher self. That's not your truth. That's not your greatest potential. All right? Also, I'm getting a message. Remember that there are entities that can have nothing better to do, in their opinion, than to do the worst. Don't give them the time of day. Don't give them the food. Don't give them that food. Don't give them the fuel to keep you down. Rise up. Brush it off. I'm getting another message. Traverse your darkness. It is not evil. There is much to learn when you traverse the depths within. It may be scary and it may be hard, but you will reach the gold, the silver, the platinum, the diamond, the ruby, the sapphire, whatever. We don't usually find such precious minerals on the surface. It is way beneath the earth, in the darkest caves, with the worst conditions, that hold the most precious minerals. It takes intense heat and pressure to form a diamond, and millions of years. Remember that. You are the diamond. But sometimes you gotta find yourself. Sometimes you gotta remind yourself that you're worth it. And you are. And if you're like, no, I'm not, stop. Quit your shit. Be honest with yourself. Not the bullshit lies from your trauma, but the truth from the soul that you are. Okay? I love you guys. I'm available for private readings. If you're interested, let me know. And I hope that this message helped. If it resonates, if it's your situation, I trust that things will get better for you. But you have to trust the same. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.